Okay, I'm back to recording again. All right, so I'm sorry if I'm out of breath. She uses AI to compress um, AI, robotic technology, ICE. She can control everything about my body. She can literally move me around like a robot. She can control my speech. She can move my hands around, my body around. She can, like a full-on robot. She can do that to anybody in the United States or anybody in the world for that matter. Okay? Everybody has AI technology inside them. We'll talk about all that later. They shouldn't, but they do. That's just the way that it is. Okay? Okay. Anyway, she uses ice rape to compress my chest cavity. She gave me cancer. Okay? She electrocuted me and radiated me in Slidell, and I now have cancer. So she is also with the cancer, and also with her compressing. She compresses my left arm all the time, and she also compresses my chest cavity. She also pops blood vessels in my body. Okay, she does all kinds of stuff to me. So if you see me out of breath or whatever, it's because I don't have normal breathing. Okay. She compresses because she always says that, get ready for that heart attack. She says that to me in Mindspace all the time. She wants me to have a stroke or a heart attack. She wants me dead. She's trying to kill me. Okay. Because I will spend the rest of my life trying to put her in jail. If she's successful in killing me, I've already told her this. She won't escape me in this life, and she won't escape me in the afterlife either, because when I die, I go to heaven. Then I'm part of God's army. And I'm pretty sure God's going to let me trail her on earth. Hold her accountable. She cannot escape me in this life or the afterlife. She's done. She knows what she's guilty for. She knows what she's done. She cannot escape me. Anyway. Okay, so if you are at a point, okay, because some of you that I'm talking to in this audience, they can hear me, you know what AI is. Okay, you know I have AI. You know she did this to me. What you don't have access to is evidence. So I'm going to cut to the chase right now. If you've heard enough and you don't need to know anymore and you're ready to go arrest her and you have the ability to do that, what I did is I put a small amount of code that I decoded on an Amazon cloud account. So if you go to Amazon Cloud and you log in with my email, ChristinaStacia28@gmail.com, the password is AMAZY, capital AMAZY 2021 exclamation point. If you go there, there is enough decode there that I've decoded of her crimes. That's enough to get her arrested. She, in this code set that I put up there, and it wasn't a lot, just enough to get her arrested. Plus, I mean, she's married to 29 men. You can arrest her on that too. She threatened to assassinate, or has a plan to assassinate, Donald Trump. She did the World Trade Center attack. She did the Oklahoma City bombing. She's responsible for Sharon Noble. She crashed the Cyprus economy. She took Sharon Tate's life, and she did the Jewish Tree of Life attack. That's all on that website. And it's not a lot of code, but there's enough there. You can go log in and get it, and you have enough to arrest her right away. If you don't need any more information or any more facts, you can go get that. Okay, so anyway, in Slidell, I get to Slidell, and I'm not going to explain the progress of my life history right now, blah, 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 just in pieces and parts. So I get to Slidell. Slidell is a city. It's a suburb of New Orleans. It's across Lake Pontchartrain. Okay. She planned for me to end up in New Orleans when I was a child in the 70s. It's AIW, just like she planned for me to end up in Oklahoma. That's AIW. It's like go back through the rabbit hole. So in Slidell is where I learned to start decoding. Okay. I started realizing in Slidell that my life was stolen. Well, I started realizing that before I got to Slidell that my life was stolen. When I got to Slidell, I realized my whole life was stolen, and I was trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Like, I thought I just had fraudulent husbands. It turned out I didn't have fraudulent husbands at all. she was controlling my entire life with ice rape, and she was also ice trafficking, ice stalking, ice controlling, ice raping my entire family, okay, on both sides. So that's why that looked that way, but that's really not what that was. So I realized that my whole life was stolen. As I start studying all the AIW instances, and then I start realizing that there's code in my life, and then I start figuring out letter exchanges. The more I decode in my life, the more I start figuring out. And at the same time, terror attacks are happening present day and current times. Then I figure out she's attacking people still. So I start decoding present day terrorism that she's responsible for. Then in a major event, I learned how to decode Abraham Lincoln. She took her Columbus satanic extremist bloodline, took Abraham Lincoln's life. I decoded his life. I decoded his death. Okay. I know at minimum she planned to take his life at least 10 years in advance. I know that she took his son's life. I decoded the true crime of what she did to Abraham Lincoln. What she did to Abraham Lincoln made me so sick to my stomach. I was like dry heaving in tears over it. Like it is psychotic, it is deranged, it is evil. And I mean, I was so heartbroken. I was dry heaving. I couldn't even breathe. My heart broke for him so bad. I want justice for him like no tomorrow. So in decoding all of this, I find out later on, present time, she thinks this is funny because you're related to Abraham Lincoln. Okay, so I'm related to Abraham Lincoln. On my mother's side, my grandfather Clayton is related to Abraham Lincoln. I'm related to the Roosevelts. Then my grandma Kemp, she looks just like Eleanor Roosevelt. So I'm related to the Roosevelts. I'm related to Lincoln. I'm also Yoruba. Yoruba is the first people, the first tribe, the first people of the planet. Okay? I am African American. I just found this out recently. I'm African. I look white, but I'm African American. Now, she knew this before she purchased me. Okay? Which is something else I didn't mention about her. She's the leader of the Ku Klux Klan. Nationwide, she is the leader of the Ku Klux Klan. So she thought this was hilarious to purchase me. She's like, I have my own black child that I can abuse for a lifetime, and then I'll kill her and nobody will know, and then I'll run away, and then I'll steal all the decode that she does and all her civil rights work, and I'll run off and I'll act like the hero, and everybody will worship me instead. I mean, this is really in her brain. This is really in her mind. She's a fucking psychopath. So anyway, my family is also related to, because you got to remember, she followed my bloodline throughout history into this nation. So my bloodline is also related to the royal family of England. We are not in, like, if you take the whole royal family, what I was told is that we're towards the bottom of the royal family. We're in the royal family, but we're like at the bottom. So we are in the royal family, but we're not like in the middle towards the top or anything, obviously, like that. Okay, so, and we do know England. I know England. I've talked to England intelligence a couple of times. Okay, and they know everything that's going on. Not everybody in England knows, but there is England intelligence that knows what's going on. I know the Queen of England, and I know she took Queen Elizabeth's life. Anyway, as I was saying, so she's stalked me my entire life, okay? So she knows exactly what she has of me.